Here we go first. Holy cow!
They don't mess around with crazy tourists.
I love this product.
You touch it and defend yourself, and so do the Canadian women. Unprotected cheeks. Now sure, I might have about 70,000 milligrams of sodium a day because I had a bit of a shaving accident this morning.
The moment of truth. Oh.
Good morning on this breezy Saturday morning, where it's currently 57 degrees at 8:15 a.m. There's Bailey and Bolt back there. I don't know how I'm gonna vlog like this. I gotta try. Were you digging that hole? That hole was not there yesterday, Bolt. That's a bolt hole. Now you might notice that I'm not sporting my usual full bearded look today. That's because I had a bit of a shaving accident this morning. In the morning, I stand in my mirror in my bathroom and the sun comes through the window and it illuminates my beard so I can see all the stray whiskers. Well, I was trying to get rid of them quickly with my shaver and I slipped and it went all the way against my skin. So I wanted to do the full, like kind of the full goatee, the stubble on the sides look, but it was something I wanted to do when I felt like it, not when I had to. But today I have to. It's a little bit chilly in the shade in this wind. So yes, my new facial hair look was based on an accident. But you know what wasn't based on an accident? The person who's probably the most hated man in Las Vegas right now, a Canadian who came down here and stole a flamingo and injured it because he was drunk and acting like an idiot. You know, people come to Vegas and they see The Hangover, they think you can come here and get away with anything. You can't. Our police here don't play that game. I know the police in The Hangover were kind of portrayed as inept and incompetent and lax. Not the case in the real Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. They don't mess around with crazy tourists. They'll lock you up. They even had a show. It was like Vegas Lockup or something like that. I think I was going somewhere with this, but it's completely lost to me now. But today I have a complete day off. Yesterday I got all my work done for today on Friday, so I'm thrilled about that. So I figured I can vlog today, even though it's windy. I'm gonna try a taste test, and I'm gonna do some chores, some kind of boring housework. Oh, speaking of Canadians, you know, another Canadian that really wasn't really popular in the news was that the guy from the Canadian curling team who spewed expletives defending himself, saying he didn't touch the stone. You touched it. You touched it and defend yourself, and so do the Canadian women. Most Canadians I've ever met are the most chill, cool people in the world. But I don't know, your curling team needs a little bit of work. I still love Canadians though. In fact, Canada's still next on my list of places I need to go internationally. The wind's kind of coming and going, so I'll try to squeeze in whatever I can when the wind's not at its worst. I don't know about this, man. See my bare cheeks? They're bare. I can feel the wind on them. They're not protected. I'm unprotected cheeks. I got unprotected cheeks, so to speak. Anyways, I'm gonna see what I can get up to this morning, and I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. On my way to the Boulder City McDonald's because the one nearby me is too busy. So I'm heading there to, number one, help Jacey Klein with her review, and then head back home to do my review of the Big Arch. Alright, so I just helped Jacey Klein film her review of this, which I'll link below, assuming it's posted by now. But I haven't tried mine yet. I'm going home and try mine. But my question to you, Jacey Klein, since you like onions and I don't,
yes.
As an onion lover, what do you think the onions add or don't add to this burger?
As an onion lover myself, I do not think the onions add much, if at all, to this burger. They were barely noticeable. The juiciness and the tenderness of the meat and the softness of the melted white cheddar cheese really took over. That on top of the arch sauce. But honestly, those onions, take them or leave them. I didn't notice them in there.
Good, because I'm leaving them out and some people are going to complain about that. So
okay.
Now I have your opinion. I'm glad I'm not worried about leaving the onions off because it won't matter.
Yes, exactly.
All right, now I'm heading home to try it for myself.
Let's see what you think.
All right, it's time for a freaking two food review now. Today I'm doing the McDonald's Big Arch sandwich, which just came out. Now there's been a lot of talk about that CEO's kind of cringy video out there. So what I thought I would do, since a lot of people already parodied it, I'm not gonna be cliche and parody it again. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recreate it as it should have been. So I just got back from McDonald's where I picked up mine. Now that wasn't the best McDonald's experience I ever had. When I was trying to order, two other people on the other line drove up and went ahead of me while I was still trying to order mine. What's up with that? Then they gave us these medium fries that are only half full, but I digress about that. So I have got it right here. Now it's supposedly going to be a 2 quarter-pound beef patties, 3 slices of white cheddar, crispy and raw onions, which I said no onions. We'll see about that. Pickles, lettuce, and a big arch sauce on a toasted sesame seed and poppy seed bun. But let's go back to that CEO video now. It was pretty cringy. It seemed like the guy had never had a McDonald's burger in his life. And his definition of a big bite is kind of questionable. So what I thought I would do is I'm gonna make it look like it should have been made. How the McDonald's CEO should have made the video, Freakin' 2 style. Freakin' 2 here, you've heard about it. Here it is, the big arch. Now this is something we already tested in Portugal and Germany and Canada. I love this product. I'm gonna do a taste test right now, but I'm also gonna eat this as my lunch, just so you know. Here we go first. Holy cow! God, that's a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious big arch sauce somewhere in there, and of course some lettuce. Wow! So there's oh so much going on with this. Side note, he didn't mention the pickles. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. All right, the moment of truth. That's what he did. Here's what he should have done. The moment of truth. Oh, it's so good. That's a big bite. For big arch. Okay, big bite. The CEO parody is over. Let's get serious here. Try a few more bites of this. All the dogs in here begging me. Now my first thought is there's a lot of meat. I mean, that's just like, that's a meat central. That is meat central there. You know what he should have said? That's a big bite for a big arch. He didn't say that though. Anyways, back to my burger here. Now the sauce is pretty good, but it's kind of in the background. I get a lot of meat. I even get the pickles next after that, and the sauce is, I like the sauce. I wish there was more of it. Maybe I just didn't get a lot of sauce. It's a good tasting sauce, kind of a tomato forward sauce. And even the cheese is a bit subtle. If you hear some chaos in the background, that's Bolt going crazy. I feel like that there's almost so much meat that it's actually overpowering everything else on here. Now, I think, in my opinion, I would probably like it better if it was a single patty to let all the other flavors kind of stand out more. Right now, it's so meat heavy. It's just a mouthful of meat, so to speak. It's hard for all the other flavors to really compete with that. I like it. I don't know if I love it. I don't love the price. 13 bucks for a combo. That didn't give me full fries. Get out of here with that. And maybe wait for 2 other cars that came after me. I think it's pretty good. I'm not sure I'd order it again, but I'm glad I did. And with that, on to the rest of the vlog.
Ooh, that's a big burger. I ate a little over half. That full burger just by itself is over 1,000 calories, and the meal is like 1,600 if you get the medium. That's a bit much. And my car, it smells like McDonald's now. Maybe that's a good smell to some people, but when you've just eaten it, it's not as appealing. It's not so bad beforehand, but not as good after. So I've actually lost a couple of pounds recently, which is good. I've been on purpose. I attribute that to cutting my calories, exercising more, and eating lots of Vegemite. I'm on the Vegemite diet. Now sure, I might have about 70,000 milligrams of sodium a day, but I'll lose weight, right? So I posted a video today on Freakin' Reviews, and I created 5 different thumbnails for it. I went through and kind of narrowed it down to 3 thumbnails, and I wanted to try one, and I've done this before. I wanted to try one that was basically created with AI. I provided the elements of myself and the products, and I just had AI do the rest. And the other 2, I toiled over and I labored over to create those. So guess which one you think won the A/B test? The AI one. Which is kind of, everybody says they don't want to see AI, but they're clicking on the thumbnails. Of the 2 that I designed, I really liked one of those. And it got beat by some AI thumbnail that, it wasn't an AI version of me. The picture was me. And the products were real, but AI designed the thumbnail and it beat me. So do I just give in? Do I capitulate to AI? Come on. I don't know. Are you gonna go? At a stop sign? You're not gonna go? Okay, I'm gonna go. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of disheartening, when your own designs lose to something that AI designed in 30 seconds. I've been doing that for a while though. I mean, my last 7 or 8 videos, I've tested an AI thumbnail versus mine. Mine sometimes wins, but not always. Not today. Oh well. Earl, that she runs using the baby. The fast food industry these days is kind of tough though. I mean, the prices are going up. The profits are going down. It seems like a lot of them, they have to rely on these kind of novelty promotions to get customers in the door. Like Burger King with that SpongeBob one recently, they crushed it. As opposed to Wendy's, who did a promotion a couple years ago. It was terrible. It was supposed to be a Krabby Patty meal. It was a generic hamburger, generic fries, and it's like there was nothing SpongeBob related about it. There was no SpongeBob on the packaging, nothing. They just hand you a burger and fries, said, here's your Krabby Patty. That was weak. Now Burger King, they did it right. They had all the SpongeBob packaging. They had like a yellow bun. They totally killed it. And the Burger Kings were packed. But what I wonder is how long can they keep doing these kind of one-off promotions and getting people in the door before people kind of get sick of that? You know, when the unusual becomes usual, then what do you do? You know, the other ones, like a lot of these fast food and snack and sodas companies, they're all doing the same thing. You know, they're coming out with these like novelty flavors, limited time. At some point, people are going to get tired of that as well. I went to a frozen yogurt place the other day. 1 cup of yogurt. It was a medium-sized cup. It was kind of full though. $14 at this McDonald's. They were for 2 big arch meals, medium, $28. Could almost go to a restaurant and compete with those prices. And this is nothing new. I know you guys know this too, but you know, that's the way things are. Where's it going to go? Who knows? It's kind of ironic that you get a lot of people making these Great Depression era meals on YouTube nowadays. It feels like that's where it's going. That's where we're headed nowadays. Food's going to be so expensive, we're going to be making stuff out of just like basic ingredients, like they did 100 years ago. By the way, it's still windy. I'm really ready for this wind to stop. It ain't stopping yet, but I'm ready for it to stop. Bolt, what are you doing? You're resting your chin on Bailey's back. That is interesting. Had something happen I've never had happen before. We were on our way home from McDonald's and Jacey needed to stop by the bank. Bank of America, let's give them credit for this. And put the card in the ATM, said it couldn't read the card, didn't spit it out. Called the number on the ATM. The phone tree was completely useless and did not help at all. The ATM next to us stole that guy's card too. Bank of America, you're just in a card stealing kind of mood today. I don't know what's gonna happen. We reported the card is lost. Who knows how many cards they're gonna steal before they fix it. Good job, Bank of America.
All right, well, that's about it for this day. Now, I had a pretty good day. There's a couple frustrations throughout the day, like the McDonald's line didn't really go so well, the Bank of America stealing an ATM card. I'm not saying you can't be frustrated, but sometimes you have to let those frustrations go. You got to put it in perspective. Does it really matter tomorrow? Will it really matter a year from now or in the course of your entire life? Not really. I'm not saying you shouldn't be frustrated. I'm just saying don't let them linger. Life is way too short to be holding on to those frustrations longer than they need to be. I hope you enjoyed my low-end green screen fun with the McDonald's big arch. That was kind of fun to do. I don't profess to be a great green screen cinematographer. I am still kind of learning it, but I'm just having fun with it. But that's all I've got for today. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching, and I'll see you next time.